my friend messaging me and reminded me. I was outside talking to someone, and if you know me very well, I do that all the time. And in the middle of talking to someone that's getting ready to hop in their car and leave, I spent that extra minute to talk to him, so and that made me a minute late, but it don't matter. We're not on no time schedules, or I'm not. I'm on the good Lord's time. Whew. I have been ever since I come down here to Springfield, it seems, because been here, not in Springfield for a month, but bouncing back and forth for a month now, between here, Joplin, and Bentonville. Damn it. It's not letting me hit this button over here. Hey, Mr. Frankie. Yeah, I was out chatting with some second person that come by today that has seen me either from 14 or 16 or 16 and 18, something like that. Back a few years. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yo, Will, how you doing, my brother? So that, to me, that's pretty cool. Hey, Mr. Ray, that people are stopping by from a couple of years ago. I'm gonna set right here where I'm at, where I was yesterday too, same place. I'm gonna just go ahead and set here today and tomorrow. Now Wednesday, early morning, I'll move down to the courthouse. It's hopes that I get that parking spot. There's one parking spot, if you're lucky to get there early enough, that don't have a time limit. I found that last time I went down there and filed the case. I'm going to go early morning and see if I can get that spot. And if so, I'll just be downtown all day. Court's not until 1:30. 1:30 in the afternoon. And that'd be in the small claims division. It's still at the Greene County courthouse. So I figure I'd go there and set, and then after the case, I may just sit there and spend the evening there because I have court the next day for trespassing. Or I may just go somewhere and park for the evening and then come back first thing in the morning and sit there the second day. I'll play it by ear, I guess. But I definitely plan on sitting there Wednesday, and if all possible, Thursday too. Other than that, everything else is the same. I've had a couple people come by, a couple people sign the petition, a couple people get the QR. We're getting close to 420 on the petition. I really can't keep watch to see who is number 420, but when I print it out or whatever, I'll know. Heck, I may just go down it and count, when I get bored one day. Look, I got a clown here somewhere. You love animals. Well, evidently you don't have love for no one. What do you mean my age is not fine? What have you got? What have you got against people in their 60s? Huh? What do you got against people in their 60s? Why do you troll their pages and come onto their pages and say something like that. You know what I mean? You don't know shit about me. You don't love yourself, little own animals. According to what you just said there, you don't even love yourself, little own animals. $413 signed, Frankie. Cool. 2 of them today. It was at 410, I think, still this morning. But I've seen 2 today sign it. So that's why I knew that it had to be over 410. That comment took me for a loop. I love animals. You know, humans are animals, right? But that's where people forget. Human beings are nothing but animals. We are animals. We happen to be at the top of the food chain and all. We have what people think is intelligence and all. But other than that, we're just animals. So, yeah, I love all animals. The ones that walk, the ones that crawl, the 4-legged, the 2-legged. But I would say I love all people. Even the haters. They all need a little Jesus, and life would be great. And life would be great. Humans have no sense. They believe what they're taught from birth growing up. They don't bother to go research things in time and history and stuff. And that's where we got to where we are this day and age in the world. You know? Comes from things like the internet. Before that, it was television, but it's actually tell-lie-vision, which is programming done on different channels. So, yeah. You love tacos? Yeah. Absolutely. I love tacos too, Frankie. Well, no, that's absolutely wrong. It's a cool saying, but it's absolutely wrong. Age is more than a number. That's just like saying IQs don't matter. Most people get more mature as they get older. I know there's a lot of things I got older I've changed my mind about and stuff before and whatnot. So, no, age and the wisdom of going through that and all, yeah. No, I'd have to agree with that statement. Now, I nowhere, shape, or form said that I feel bad or anything, did I? I think for almost being 67, I feel pretty damn good, pretty healthy. Damn near work any youngster beside me. If, you know, we had to go mow a lawn or weed eat or paint a sign or something, I outwork most of the younger people. Oh. What's that got to do with animals then? If you was referring to the love animal cart comment. Age is nothing but a number. And that, like I said, I proved you wrong. With age comes wisdom. As I just proved with this conversation. With age comes wisdom. You need to learn from it. I don't know if golden youth, 14 to 20, that might be. 14 to 20 is where you get, you know, your first love, your first kiss, trying your parents, your guardians, whatever. Age 14 to 20 is a very, very, very big time in a person's life. Very, very, very. And I mean, if you have the love and compassion from a loving family, you probably do all right. But if you're caught up, in a split family and in chaos and men that beat their wives, then you're going to grow up and live in a bad life. And the animal comment, back to that. What the heck? I mean, people can talk about whatever they want, but I was wondering how the animal got thrown on here to comment about when this is about cannabis. Of course, cannabis is good for animals too. But that's what took me for a loop on that. Hey, Michelle, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. You need to make 200. How you gonna make? I wish I could make 100, let alone 200. How you gonna do that? Oh, I hear you. I hear you. Heck, I don't have enough money to carry me to the first. If I don't pick up on donations this week. See, I don't even have the friends on Facebook that I did before that I could ask for a loan or anything. Yeah, with Facebook taken away, I'm high and dry, Just a few that's here on YouTube that can or will help, But I had a lot of people on Facebook that would help me here and there. And you don't see them on my YouTube, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm kind of stuck, but the good Lord will provide. I may not get what I want, but I will get what I need until the first. That I know. No, Frankie. And I reached out and asked people to make one for me to, and send me this stuff, and I can tell you, no one will, or no one has. Whatever. Yeah, I even asked my daughter about it, and she never got back to me. Oh, yes, being an adult sucks. It really, really, really sucks. But you know what? When your bills pile up and everything looks like, coming down and whatnot, that's just them trials and tribulations you must go through. Because right around the corner, there's a brighter day coming if you make it through them trials and tribulations. I have found, like I say, we don't always get what we want, but we do get what we need. And hopefully someone will come to your help and help you with your bills or whatever. Hopefully something will break and something will happen and it'll ease your mind. I don't know how my family does it. I don't see how they can pay rent, buy food and all. I mean, yeah, they work full-time jobs and all, so, but I still don't see how they can make it when you got like a $2,500 or $2,000 rent payment, and then your internet for the kids and whatnot, your phones and this, that, and the other, and the food and whatnot. My God, how does people make it nowadays? Huh. Hey, if they mess something up, I'd make them fix it. I agree with you. That's why, this BS with Walmart. I walk in the courtroom on the 17th, it's over with. As soon as I get out of that courtroom, no matter whether, you know, they dismiss it or whether they set it for trial or whatever, it don't matter. Right after I make my appearance on that and I walk out of that courtroom, I will be seeking an attorney for a class action suit against Walmart on this damn trespass thing. I'm done with it. Done totally with it. I don't care if I never shop at Walmart ever again. I don't care if they take away my membership. I'm just done with it. I want to find me a good lawyer that's going to take them to the cleaners. And, of course, that'd take a couple years. And, hey, if that gets me at my family house, fine, so be it. But they've had plenty of chances to end all of this and do it fairly, you know. I've been over backwards to try and do this what I think is fair. Now it's like, oh no, let's just let the judge decide. And I don't think I'm just going to file a $10,000 case in Kansas. I think I'm actually going to find a lawyer and do a big one. It all depends on whether I find a lawyer or not, I guess. A couple months go by, I make it to Florida, I make it to Arizona, I'm coming back, or DC, and I'm coming back to Arizona. If I haven't found a lawyer by then, I'd take it into small claims. Oh, I hear you. Same here. Well, same here. That's why I haven't went next door and paid $6 for a box of fish at Long John Silver's. I'd love to. Every time I pass that sign, I'm like, damn, I wonder what comes in that $6 fish box. But when I'm passing that sign, I'm generally headed to the gas station to get $12 worth of gas for the generator. Hell, that's 2 fish boxes. I got to do it tomorrow and the next day and the next and the next. And that's if I don't run the AC. Add another $8 to it if I run the AC. Oh, I know I deserve to, but there's a time to treat myself. Like when I first get my food stamps or I first get my check, but not towards the middle and the end. You know, I just can't do that. And yeah, money sucks, Will. Having to have money sucks, but that's what makes the world go round. I don't hate money, I hate people and their greed and all for the money. You know, we need something to trade, whether it's work, barter, whatever. Whether it's I owe you this, I owe you that, you know. I get what you're saying. This cash, money, blah, blah, bullshit. Go back to the old days of bartering or something. Or, you know, let's say you plant corn and I plant tomatoes. Well, you supply my corn, I'll supply your tomatoes, you know. You supply me a little beef, I'll supply you all the eggs you want. You know what I'm saying. We went back to the old barter system and stuff. That would be the best. But that will never happen. Because that was what the Constitution and everything was about. But we got sold out. I mean, even Trump's told you about it and whatnot, but of course we're not going back to it. But when they came up with the Federal Reserve and all this bullshit, the straw man, and you don't have no constitutional rights. Bar Association stands for British, not American, British Attorney Registration. You're going under British law every time you go into a damn courtroom. Has nothing to do with America. So, yeah, we need to get rid of the cash. And, you know, I don't know what this Bitcoin or whatever's about, but if people agree on something that's worth something and they want to just trade it, you know, okay, I'm cool with that. I don't care if it's baseball cards, Pokemon cards, whatever. But this cash shit, you know, and being able to print whatever money they want at any time, and yeah, nah. It's a design prison system. Welcome to Earth, the prison planet. I loved how they took money and tagged it the devil's lettuce. When before William Randolph Hearst and all that, the devil's lettuce was money, and had always been money. But when he renamed it to marijuana and everything, and the reefer madness and whatnot, all of a sudden cannabis is what became the devil's lettuce, taken away from all the mindsets and everybody that knew money as the devil's lettuce. Funny how they keep changing history and things. Your encyclopedias before the 1940s and stuff show a flat Earth. They show the Arctic Circle and everything. It, just like the United Nations map depicts the flat Earth and all. Nowadays, you won't see none of them maps or anything. They show you a picture of a globe. Anyhow, that guy just come by, he said somebody put me on the Springfield watch page or something like that, letting them know I'm back in town. I should have asked him the link for it, whatnot, looked it up and see what it said. He didn't say it said anything bad or nothing. But that's pretty cool that if I knew what that page was, I don't get it because I'm not on Facebook. It's probably a Facebook thing. That's what it is. It's probably a group page on Facebook. I just thought of that. But that's cool. More people will know I'm here. Maybe a few more people will come by. Most of all, maybe a few more people will sign the petition. Everybody's waiting right now, checking it every once in a while, waiting for that 420 slot. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, Ricky. Hey, nice to see you here, by the way. I don't know anything about crypto. I'll be honest. I'm totally dumb about crypto, Bitcoin, any of that crap. If I wanted to buy anything, it would be silver, gold, platinum. It would be a precious metal. And that's just the way that I would be. They're always going to need precious metals, always. Precious metals always hold their value. Like back in the day when we were supposed to have all the gold to back up all the money owed in Fort Knox and all that. Hey, did they ever do the tour of Fort Knox? I heard about that, heard about that, heard about that, heard about that, the Doge. I heard about it, and I never ever heard if they went in Fort Knox. Was it there? Was it not? Anybody here? Last I heard, there was people trucking gold in from some other states and stuff. I never did hear the end of that story. Anybody ever figure that one out? Isn't it something how they start everything, and then all of a sudden they end it, or they want you to forget it, or it's gone. The Epstein list, everything. Love again, always. Hey, like I say, Will, money has always been the root of all evil. The devil's lettuce. Well, the love of money is the root of the evil. The devil's lettuce is money. It's lettuce. Yeah, absolutely. It's never been cannabis. Man, we got some clouds building, but the wind's dead. And if it gets a little bit hotter, I may shut the windows and turn the AC on. I'd much rather the wind be blowing. I could open the, leave the door open instead of having to shut it like I do with the AC. I remove my famous sign if I have to shut the door so I can see out it. Between the cameras and seeing out the window here in front of me and the door, I can see most of the, then I just hang a sign. Please knock, AC's on. I just seen that. Hello, yes, the love of it. I didn't see that until just now. No, I told you I seen you one post. I said, thanks for joining, nice to see you. Yeah, no, that's why I said it was nice to see you come in again and everything. I'm sorry. But this thing does screw with me on messages. It really does. And it likes to screw with people on this crown thing. We was having fun with that yesterday. Let's see. Oh. Damn it. Oh. Frankie's got a crown, then Michelle, then Ray, then Finno, then Mathis, and then Larcone. Damn, you're still not up there, Will. You're back? Cool. Now, Michelle, you're number 2. No, Frankie come on last night's first so he could be number 1. And he said he was going to put a Calvin on anybody that took his crown. And Ray took his crown last night. See, I don't understand how people get the crowns. If it's what comments they make, how many they make, if they heart the screen. I don't know how it's determined. But it does pick on Will. It won't give Will a crown. I'm going to have to do a live, go to Will and tell him, yo, man, I'm going to do a special live. Right now, you're the only one that knows about it. Come to that live and talk to me a second. And get him a crown, maybe. First person comes in, probably bump him to the back of the list. Oh, Frankie number 1. Someone posted photos of me an hour ago. What, on YouTube or Facebook or on what? I can't see nothing on Facebook. No, screenshot and send to me or something. See, I can't see anything on Facebook. I can't log on, I can't see or do anything on Facebook. Will forgot before. and sent me something. And finally I sent a screen, you know, what? I click on it, it tells me to log into Facebook, and then it tells me I can't log in. So yeah, any link someone sends me for Facebook, I don't get. It just sends me to where I'm blocked. Right on. Well, I mean, was it a good post? Was it with the lady and me and my jacket? Did I make a pose in my jacket? Oh, that reminds me, I got to show you all this tag. It might be the ones I'm talking about. Okay, did you see the tag she left? It's my favorite tag on here right now. Did you see the tag that she left? Can you see the tag in the picture? Because if me and her are standing together, the tag's in the picture. It's cool. Tell me how cool that is, Frankie. I stood there she's a tattoo artist here. I stood there for a second and she did that. Oh, it's on there? Cool. I thought that was so cool. To me, that's just so cool. You can still screenshot and send them to me if you like. That way I get around Facebook and I still have them. Ha ha ha. Man, that's right on. That's right on. Right on. Yeah, that's the ones I met back in 16 or something. I don't know. I think she said probably when that the RV looked different. So it might have been in 16 before I got this one. And then the guy that just left a few minutes ago gave me a couple pre-rolls. I forget when he said that he came through and seen me. He's the one that said that he'd seen a post on the Springfield, Missouri something. But he gave me a couple pre-rolls. Well, hopefully we get some more subscribers, which reminds me, hey folks, please subscribe to the channel. It don't cost you anything. Just hit the subscribe button. It's free. And if you'd like to see what is going on all this week and next week and the rest of the journey, turn on the notifications. I try and do a live at noon and 7 p.m. each day on YouTube here, especially now that I'm banned from Facebook. Got to be doing something right to get banned from Facebook, you know what I mean? And more about that coming. Right now we got to get this Walmart thing out of the way. And they probably just don't know about it, but I'm surprised the news hasn't said anything. Of course, they could always show up at the courthouse, you never know. But for someone to come from out of state and whatnot and come to your town and have 3 court cases coming up in the same month, you'd think that might be a little news of some sort. So if the right person calls or anything like that, they may send someone out to do the story. They did the one back in 17 when I kicked their butts in court over the no trespassing thing. So that would be cool. I'm excited about it too. I am. I'm excited about it. Both hearings. Both hearings I'm excited about. Now, how ass backwards this world is right now, I don't know. I give it a 50-50. If the world was 10 years ago, I'd be 95% in my favor. But then again, it was only 3 years ago when I won in Georgia. So maybe things haven't changed that bad. Well, and please, if you haven't done it, make sure you sign the petition at 420jim.com. Nobody belongs in jail for weed, and we need it federally legal. Please be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And we only need like 7 more to hit 420 if you want to be number 420. We need it to hit 1,000. The sooner the better, because it don't even get really laid out on the petition side or anything until it hits 1,000 signatures. So to me, my whole goal is to get that first 1,000 people. And man, it's been like pulling teeth and hard. So help me out a little bit. Get a friend to sign it. After we get that first 1,000, it'll go easier and easier and get bigger and bigger. You can watch it grow. Just go back to the website, even if you're not going to sign it. Go back, change the word, click like you're going to sign, and it'll tell you, you know, that once a petition hits 1,000, then it goes in the feeds, and Congress will be notified. Trump, the people that you're petitioning will actually get a email or whatever. And so basically nobody takes the petition serious until it hits 1,000 signatures. And it's a shame because I came through Amarillo this year and I should have got 1,000 signatures from Amarillo alone. They almost lost all hemp products. They got together and let the governor know they was going to put his ass out if he didn't veto it. But they didn't bother to do anything federally. You know, like sign the petition federally or nothing while I was there. So, shame on them. Well, what else anybody want to talk about? Anything? Betty! My little Betty. Laying down being a good girl. There you go. All 3 of them are just laying here taking a nap. Lulu, Betty, and Einstein. Jack, he's on the floor taking a nap. I can't tell if we're going to get any showers or not. What do you mean? What, dogs? I still have Jack and Lilu, and I've got 2 pups. One pup, Betty, I'm definitely keeping. The other one I'm taking to a friend along the way. And if for some reason happens or whatever, the friend can't, or I'll end up keeping him too. But as it is, yeah. I don't know how much longer Jack's going to be around. I actually thought he had already passed by now. But, he's welcome to stay as long as he wants. And the pups ain't aggravating him as much as they were before, I guess. He's not growling and barking and nipping every time they, reach a paw out and stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, we ain't getting no damn wind. That's for sure. Well, I don't want no storms either. Yo, Doug, what's up? But we're definitely not getting any wind. That's why I'm thinking about shutting the curtains and windows and stuff and firing up the AC. Bam! Damn! What broke on the truck? Oh shit! That sucks. That sucks. Sorry to hear that, brother. Well, see, that's what... You did that to yourself. You realize that, right? You did it. You did it to yourself, Doug. You did it to yourself. Remember, just a day or two, you was talking about fuck that tow truck and this, that, and the other? You jinxed yourself. That truck said, fuck you back. Man, them cars, I'm telling you, didn't you ever watch Christine? Some of them vehicles have personalities and shit. Yeah, you hurt your tow truck's feelings when you said fuck that towing and that tow truck and shit. Remember, just the other day? You might have brought that bad luck on yourself, brother. You know how you'll be doing something and somebody say don't hit your finger or whatnot, next thing you know, wham, you do. You know how life's fickle. Oh, you put some damn hard ass wear on that engine and that tow truck. Remember, I rode with it and you think you're Dale Earnhardt and it's a stock car. You gotta fix it now? Yeah, I can't do that right now. Can't do that right now. I got court on Wednesday and Thursday. Now after court, I might be able to come that way. But the whole idea of me sticking around for a month is because of this trespass charge. I don't want to leave, the state without handling this trespass charge. I went over to to Walmart to try and get them to drop that charge so I didn't have to, come back here or whatnot to move on. They wouldn't do it, which I think is real stupid on their part. But yeah. That's the main reason I'm here. It was just lucky that the lawsuit was a day before the trespass. Wondered why someone was parked there. It's to pick up the Burger King order. Because they're parked like halfway out in the driveway. Ugh. Well, I don't know what else y'all want to talk about. Somebody give me a hint. I take hints. While y'all giving me a hint or whatever to talk about, I'm going to go fill my thermos. So give me a second, please. Hey Frankie, you ought to go to, if you would, or if you could or you would, why don't you go over to that group or post or whatever that you was telling me about, and when you see them, and this is to anybody on Facebook, if you would please, if you see a post about Facebook and me and whatnot, if it's a good one, would you please share it and put on there, 420 Jim has been permanently banned from Facebook, and find him on YouTube. That would be really cool. And it would let everybody know that that's why I'm not on Facebook, and that they can find me over on YouTube. And you just spell my name out, Fourtwentyjim, but you got to put the number 2 after it. And I'd appreciate that. Doug needs to learn to take his foot out of the accelerator on trucks. dualies and stuff. That's what Doug needs to do. I don't care what engine you put in it. Any mechanic would tell you, man, he's rough on a truck. A transmission, an engine, a rear end. Yeah. I know. Now, I'm not saying he's an unsafe driver and don't know how to drive and stuff. No, quite the opposite. He's a very experienced and good driver. That's the problem. That's the problem. You're kind of like, not quite to the extreme, but almost. Like Bo and Luke Duke. And the one like that, you know, just drive. And, yeah, he's kind of like him in a lot of ways. Oh, getting rid of stuff? Are you going to have you another yard sale, or you just getting rid of stuff? I wanted to do the flea market this weekend, but it wasn't, you know, didn't look like it was going to be profitable to drive up there, and didn't know what the weather was going to be, and, you know, it would have cost $30 plus gas. I'd spent at least $50, $60 doing it. Hell, I would have probably just made that unless I sold the dive gear. Yeah. Keeps it interesting, Doug, don't it? It keeps it interesting. See, now that's the space I don't know when people pull in that space. It's one before the pickup space. Are they just parking there for the heck of it? Are they going to come out over this way? Are they waiting to see if I'm going to come out? Are they going to read the sign, no, I don't have to sell weed, back out and drive away? No, they didn't. That part didn't happen, I guess. They're still sitting there. They might be waiting on food. Well, shoot. Well, keep her going. What else should we talk about? What's next? This weekend you're gonna have a yard sale? Right on. I might have to have one or check out, after court on Thursday. I might have to try and, depend on a flea market to get me through to the end of the month. Now that I think of it, I didn't even think of that until now. I hope next weekend is a clear weekend. Frankie, you still here? What's it look like next weekend? I know it can change, and that's a week away, but oh, you're both right there, Will. It's always something. But that also goes in hand with what Michelle was saying with bills and stuff too. You know what I mean? If you didn't have to pay as much in bills, then you could afford to fix your vehicles, maintain them, whatever. It's always something. Oh, you'll be surprised how much you can make in a yard sale, especially if you ain't had one in a long time, and you're ready to get rid of a bunch of stuff that you're not attached to, but you still want to get your value out of or know what it's worth. Oh heck yeah! I wished I had enough to have a yard sale. I've got enough to go to a flea market and pay $20, because I know I can make 100 without the dive gear. I've got enough other stuff to get rid of. I'd end up making 100 probably. But a yard sale, now that's a whole different story. A yard sale's a whole different story. Goodness sakes. Laundry. Well, right on, and then you should have yourself a yard sale. Martin's dad, Danny, me and him went to a flea market there one weekend. It's a parking lot type flea market. It's right next to like a Hardee's or something. I forget exactly where it was at. But we did real good every time we went there. We went there a couple of times. And we did really good when we went there. We ended up spending a lot back, buying stuff from people too while we was there. But, we did good at selling what we had to sell and all. That was pretty cool. So. Laundry's truly sad. I've got to be missing part of a conversation somewhere. Got to forgive me. Well, if them clouds would move over and cover the sun, and we got a steady 5-mile-an-hour breeze, it would be good. But I don't know if and when that's going to happen. It's now 1 o'clock. It said possible showers after 1. Well, I don't see none yet. Oh, okay, yeah. Huh, right on. Yeah, if you wanted to just load up, a truck or two full of shit and whatnot, yeah. Of course, the first people that come to try and talk you for it real cheap are going to be the ones that's going to sell it next weekend. We didn't even know you left, Doug. Sorry, we didn't miss you. Oh, yeah. But what you should do, I mean, not telling you what to do, but if you want to make the best money and the most money, have you a yard sale. Do you a Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday yard sale. And what you don't sell, if you have enough left, the next weekend go sell out there and you'll finish selling everything. Now, you can load everything and go out there and sell no matter, but a lot of people is going to come in and try and get everything cheap at first because they're going to bring it back next weekend and resell it. Come buy something from you for $5 and take it back next week and sell it for 15 or 20. I mean, that's what I did all the time. I'd catch all the new people coming into the flea market. You go buy the stuff. Hell, they're happy. They'll sell you something they just want $10 for, and you can get 40 or 50 out of it. They're happy you didn't talk them down. You gave them the $10 they asked for. You know what I mean? But they didn't know the value of it or nothing. But I'm sure you know the value of your tools and stuff like that. But the first people that come to you aren't going to be the ones that really want it, need it, and whatnot. They're going to be the buzzards, the ones looking for deals. Oh, and they do it right in front of you. I mean, I will. I'll come over and you got a battery charger for $10, a regular battery charger or something for $10 on your table. Hey, I won't even talk you down. I'll give you $10 for it. And I'll put that sucker on mine for $25 and sell it, within an hour. Yard sales, a lot of people that do the flea market go to the yard sales trying to get deals. Oh, you ought to do the yard sale. Oh, absolutely, the way we can barely survive. Absolutely, Michelle. Hey, I hear you. At least now I found a place I can get showers for $17 a shower. Yeah, it was 23. Love's is now at 17. So, yeah, I know what you're talking about. We're all at the mercy of the rich. We're all in the mercy of the rich. And I hear a lot of places are making it hard for people to camp and stuff. They're basically banning homelessness. How the hell can you ban homelessness? Especially this day and age where more and more people are losing their homes every day. It's stupid. Well, it sounds like you'd make you a nice little profitable day there, Will. shit, years back in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I worked for a tow yard, and the owner of the company, his sister, her name was Beverly, I think. She married a person. It's all families, and it was Niddles, and I think Niddles is the one that I'm thinking about. But it was there at Albuquerque, and back in the day, you know, you get a car, you impound it, it sits in your yard 30 days, you send out the letters, la-di-da-di-da, the car becomes the tow yards after 30 days, and all contents in the car. Well, this guy at Niddles never ever paid no attention to that. He'd just wait till the cars are ready to be, you know, gotten rid of, and he'd either sell it to someone that come by and asked about it, or sell it to the junkyard or whatever. But he never even thought of looking in the car, the glove box, the trunk, or anything. Shit. As soon as all the tow yards that I worked for, as soon as the that day came up and the cars became them, we'd go out there and pop the trunks. That was the main thing, because we'd already knew what was inside the car, if anything. But nobody knew what was inside the trunks. So it was always cool to find out when a car was coming up. And we'd go out there and knock the trunk lock out, and man, you find all kinds of stuff. Record collection. Hell, one time I found a complete acetylene torch set and all. I mean, just, you never know what you're going to find in the trunk of cars people have. Well, I was doing something with Niddles and whatnot, and we got on that conversation. I don't know how. I think he just sold some cars. And I asked him, did they get any goodies in the trunk? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, man, the trunk's probably got all kind of goodies in them, you know? Didn't you check the trunks or nothing? And he's like, no. And that's when I told him, because I you know, split stuff with the boss. Where I was working, we'd get out of the trunks. And when I went to the flea market, I'd sell it, and I'd come back and give the boss half of whatever I sold. That's what I'd do at the tow yards, you know? So I was telling him about that. And he says, well, you want to do that, you know, here? And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And he says, well, I got this car. And he pointed out about 15, 16 cars, you know. And I went out over the next couple of days and went out there and popped the trunks and threw all this shit on the back of the flatbed, you know. And then I took it to the flea market. And I don't know, we made about $1,000 a piece, I think, thereabouts, the next weekend after with them cars and what was in it. He took any, if he wanted something, rather than it go sell, like if there was a toolbox or something that he wanted, he got to look at it first and decide if it's something he wanted to keep or not. If he wanted to keep it, he just kept it. We didn't put that in the for sale pile. There was only one or two things that, you know, he kept that didn't go to the for sale pile, but it worked great for me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. They wouldn't if I'd towed the car to the junkyard. Nope. They wouldn't have found no change, no drugs, no gun, no nothing if I'd towed it to the junkyard. Because you know, once I know it's going to the junkyard, I know exactly what they're going to do. I know it's junk and everything. And that's it. Oh, we do have just a little breeze that kicked up behind me. And I just looked up and seen the flag at Burger King start to wave, and then I felt the breeze come over my back. Pretty cool. even better, it's blowing through these windows. That's why I kind of got the, I know it's all cockeyed, but I ain't worried about adjusting it right now. Looks a little better. Oh, Lieutenant Dan got his lives back on TikTok. I seen him again this morning. For a minute, I joined his live, watched him for a minute, wished him a good morning. He told me to keep preaching the truth. Heck, they was one time, I think it was in Farmington, New Mexico, I'm pretty sure. And they got this one hill going out of town, I forget towards where, and it's Apple Hill or something like that. And it's a nice hill too. And at one point, the car lost control or whatever, this is back in the day, and went over Apple Hill. The only people that went down in the car was the rescue people or whatever. And I think the guy had been thrown from the car or whatnot, but the cops didn't go down and hadn't seen the car yet. And I get on scene, and they want to know if I can get it up and whatnot, and I'm sure I can. And I get down there, and I don't pick up the beer cans and stuff and throw them in the car. I just left everything the way it was, and I happened to find like an ounce of pot laying it like in the console. Well, I took that pot because, you know, if the cop sees that, he's going to charge whoever with the pot. Plus, hey, that's a good tip for getting this car up and over the valley, you know what I mean? Because is the guy going to say, hey man, the tow truck driver took my pot, you know? And I figured because I was such a nice guy and put them beer cans and stuff in the trunk of his car before I pulled it up on the valley, that it was okay that I had kept that weed back then. And that's pretty much what happened. He didn't get a citation or nothing for open container or anything like that, because they never found the beer cans or nothing. They were all in the trunk of the car. They were all sprawled out on the area there where the car had went over, and I threw them all in the trunk. And of course they didn't know about the pot. That was in my pocket. So when the guy come out to get his stuff out of the car a couple days later from the hospital, and he's like, man, he says, it's amazing I didn't get no ticket for a DUI or anything, you know. All the beer cans and stuff still down below. And I'm like, no, they're in the trunk of your car. And I said, I kept the pot. He said, oh, no, you can keep that. That's no problem. You can keep that. And he thanked me for not, you know, leaving that pot being in there when I brought the car up and whatnot. They would have got him good. Oh, look, we got one of the trolls. We wouldn't be doing something right if we didn't have a stupid person comment. The loony bin, yeah, stupid. Here, maybe you should put on this interview sign down instead of doing nothing. Yeah, you got the right name, stupid. Boy, that user picked the right name. He is a loony bin. What does he care if I'm suing Walmart or not, the idiot? And talk about, Will, is that the pot calling the kettle black there? Talking about doing something different? You know as well as I do, they sit around and have a circle jerk and pick which one's going to make a comment or a count or something. Huh? They're obsessed with me and I don't know why. Spooky, it's scary, it's stalking, it's... No. Go away, you demons. In the name of Yahshua. Go away, you demons. That's all I can say. Go away. I'm going to get that out so the dog don't eat it. Ah! That'd be terrible. Dog chokes on little Jesus. Oh my God. You will believe this. Einstein has his foot in Betty's face, literally. Is that like Einstein telling Betty to shut up or what? Betty, how'd you got his foot in your face? I looked over and seen that. It's like, shut up, bitch. Come on, that was funny. Well, we do have maybe a couple of little rain clouds stacking up back there now. The breeze feels good when it comes through the window, but I'm feeling a breeze in the window and I don't see the flag flying over there. Huh. Must be just a little puff of wind. It'll hit the flag in a minute. Well, my friends, anybody got any comments, complaints, quirks, or anything before I take off? I think I'm going to take this to be my cue to get out of here. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I'll be back tonight at 7 and tomorrow at noon. Wednesday is court. Thursday is court. Friday is search for a lawyer, and hopefully Saturday, Sunday, Monday is going to be celebration. That would all be cool. Well, my friends, as always, until tomorrow, peace, love, and to this evening, I'm sorry. Peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand. If we try, we can get along. My dogs love you. I love you. Jesus loves you. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I hope to see you this evening. Peace.